Hello, hello there, my crafty friends. It's Candy here from sweetstamper.com with your online card class. We have some fun stamping tonight. I'm kind of running a little behind. Been a super, super busy day. And I thought I could eat dinner quicker than I did, but that's okay. Thankfully, I had some great leftovers. I had physical therapy at 5. I didn't get out of there till after 6, and then I had to get home and get dinner warmed up, and yeah. So, but here I am, and I'm so glad that you are joining me tonight. If you are new here, I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in San Antonio, Texas, and I broadcast live here every Thursday night with Thursday night stamping. Sometimes we have a few little extra lives, which I will talk to you about shortly. And I love what I do. I download this live into YouTube, usually shortly after this. Sometimes if I have to head out the door, it's a little delayed, but normally I download this into YouTube. So the people who are not on Facebook can see it. It also is a little bit easier to share so that when I want to put it on my Facebook page for people who missed the live, it's a little bit easier to do that. Hey, Kathy, I'm glad you're here with me tonight. So we have a lot of projects to do. Well, we have 5. And I think that is a good number. So basically, I'm giving you the online demonstration of the 5 cards we're going to do at my monthly in-person card class, which I call Saturday card class. Not very original, but we meet typically on the last Saturday of the month. But the last Saturday of this month, I have my my weekend retreat, which I host a couple of times a year, and then next Saturday is the Saturday after Valentine's, and I thought, well, may not be a great Saturday for people who've gone out or whatever. So I decided to do it this Saturday. I gave people plenty of notice, but it's a lot earlier than I typically do it. So, and I like doing the same cards with you guys and then offering the packets if you would like to get in on this. So I think we will, I was going to start with this card, but I think I'm going to shift gears here. And this is where we are going to begin. So when you get a packet, thank you very much. Did I say hello, Kathy? I think I did. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate that ever so much. I hope, oh yeah, my water's here. So I think I have everything at my fingertips that I need. It's a little lonely here tonight. We usually have quite a few folks gathering with us live, but you know, I ran late, so people are probably finding me still. Hello, hello there, Miss Kim. I'm glad you're here with us tonight. Okay, let me figure out how thank you very much for sharing. So I'm going to start with a super easy fun fold, which I have shared with you before. I'm doing it with 2 of our new in colors, and I'm using this stamp set. So there is like a whole suite with this paper in the annual catalog, and this features Summer Splash and Pretty in Pink, 2 of our in colors. And I actually did a whole 8 card card club with this, with the suite, with the stamps and the dies. But I wanted to use this right here. So you've been on my mind. This is the bundle that I used for January for my Candy's Card Club. So let's get cracking here. Super quick and easy card. And I will show you what I mean by the fun fold. So what I have, oh, I'm glad you like this, Kathy. And I do have PDFs. So if you do get a packet, you will get the PDF tutorial for all 5 of these cards. So this is a square. Hey, Dana, I'm so glad. Diana, sorry, I was reading wrong. I'm glad you're here. And Tasha, yay, I am glad you caught me live. I've been missing you on here. Tasha's a regular here, and I'm on Facebook Live, and I've missed her lately. So, but she will be at my Saturday card class, and I'm very grateful for that. So this is actually a 5.5 by 5.5 square. I've scored it at 4 1/4, and that is actually going to form the front or the base of my card. This is 5.5 by 4. I'm going to tuck that in right there. And I could bring it over a little bit, but I actually like it right down in that little crease. So all I need to do is bring a little bit of liquid glue right along here. And I think these fresh colors work really well for spring. So again, this is Summer Splash, and then we're going to use a little bit of Pretty in Pink. So that is right up there. Super, super easy. Now, where is my seal? Thought I had a seal over here. Did I not? Yeah, let's see. We're going to use this one because it's handy. Seal is my favorite adhesive. I am not a big fan of the green glue, but there are times when you need it. And I'll be using it a couple of times tonight. So this is in the same paper pack. And so this is just a 1-inch strip. You could put ribbon here, but I like the look of this. Super flat, super easy. But the colors are lush. And I think they work really, really well together. So again, this is Pretty in Pink, and this is Summer Splash. Now, what I'm going to do is, I should have a piece of white in there. Oh, I know. The white is in the bucket, as it were. So what I do in my card class, if you get this by mail, you'll get a piece of white. What I do for my card class is I just put a strip in there, and that way we can just stamp and punch as we go. And that way it's a lot easier to center when you have a cling rubber stamp, I think. And I'm just using Summer Splash. I could have used something different and maybe, you know, made it a little bit bolder. But I liked the overall softness of this look. So I thought, okay, I'm just going to stay with it. I am going to keep that out for a second. Oh, I didn't put my panel. Okay, let me grab a panel, because that needs to be in there. And I will show you why. I wanted to do a little bit of stamping on the panel. So what I'm going to do is, I'm out of camera again. I think my table, my little, yes, there we go. That's going to be a little easier to work with. This is my inside panel. Is that going to work? No, I need a smaller one. I need a 5 by 3.5. Phooey. Okay. Well, this is the good thing too, is my Saturday card class people, if I've already run through all the cards, I will hopefully have everything needed. So the other size, a lot of times we put a 5 1/4 by 4-inch panel on the inside of our cards, but I love the 5 by 3.5. It's actually the same size as the front of our note cards, or the same size, really, of our note cards. You also get 5 pieces, 5 of those panels out of a sheet of white cardstock. So instead of getting 4 out of a single sheet, you get 5, which saves your cardstock a little bit. And so I'm just going to put a little bit of stamping on here, like so, just to kind of keep the theme going. And I do have a chamois. If you could see my table. We had a lot going in here today. I've been working on a lot of projects, and Virginia came over today to help me. And yeah, and that was after, went to lunch with my brother today. We try to get together once a month. And it was just a lot of activity today. Okay, so let's put this back where it belongs. And I think this is done. And let's see. I'm going to need this. Okay, here we go. Now we're ready to pull it all together. So you've been on my mind. What a great card to send somebody. So what we're going to do is put this little panel on the inside. Now, you can see when you do this fold, when you open the card, you see the back of the designer paper. And that's one of the reasons I really love this fold. You still need you can still get 2 cards out of 1 sheet of cardstock, but I think it's really special. And you see now why I wanted the 5 by 3.5, because then it's going to easily work right with my fold, and I don't have to worry about it peeking out, you know, with a bit of white that looks like it shouldn't be there. So this is 5 by 3.5. Okay, now this we are going to mat together, and the way that we are going to do that is, I don't know about you guys, but I always like a long bladed set of scissors in my studio for my crafting. Yes, I use the paper snips a ton, but there's sometimes that I want something that's just long and straight, and that's where I'm doing. So now I'm just going to nestle that right like so, and you can see how by putting the adhesive down first and then kind of maneuvering your cardstock, you can almost, where you can't hardly even see that you've got an edge under there. And I'm going to do that with the other side too, and that's going to provide me with a little frame. And that's going to help my cardstock stand out just a little bit more. The white kind of gets lost in the shuffle because there's so much white in the background of this designer series paper. So now, this is a very quick and easy card, and it really makes the most of your designer series paper. But we still have all those extra little touches to make it really sweet and really special. So this is going to go right here. Now I've already tied a little ribbon. This is our pretty in pink ribbon, and I'm just going to pop that right there, tying in all the colors. And then I'm going to need my little gluey sponge. I've got one other little something something. So keeping the theme of Summer Splash and Pretty in Pink, I've taken this paper as part of the Unbounded, and this is part of the Unbounded dies, and I've just cut it out with the glimmer paper that's part of the In Color pack. So I think it's just a sweet little extra, just gives a little bit of oomph there. So what I'm going to do, because it's so thin, I don't want my glue glopping everywhere. Oh, and there's a little tiny piece that didn't get popped out. So what I'm going to do is just dab a little bit of glue here, and you need a sponge to do this. You need a sponge that is man-made for sure. And some of them will just kind of like tear up on you. Yeah, let's do it like that right there. Okay, so there, you've been on my mind. Super quick and easy, simple, done and dusted. Okay, so that is card number 1. And you know what? I actually have one more little detail that I'm going to do. Let's see. Can I find it? Ah, yes, here we go. I do have, these are the purple adhesive back sequins. Oh, Tasha, I'm glad you like the colors. Hey, Pauline, I'm glad you're here. We don't mind you coming late. I was late tonight too, so I was late to my own event. I have been, yeah, that's not unusual for me. So I think I could pick up these really pale ones. These are free with a celebration order. So if you place a host code order by Monday with my host code, you'll get all 5 of the card packs with a $40 order. Now, if you bump your order up to $60, you will get a free celebration item as well. I think I'm going to go with these darker ones. Nope, I'm going back to the pale because actually, yep, I'm going back to this pale pink. Make a decision, Candy. So this would be a great celebration free item that you could choose. It just has that extra little bit of shine. So, card number 1, now it is truly done and dusted. Okay. All the details. Okay. Now we are going to switch gears. This is card packet number 2. Now, if you get your card packets by mail for free, you're going to get one, oh, that's got the wrong, okay, here we go. You're going to get one of these 2 packets. So my people at card class on Saturday are going to get one or the other, not both, and I'll show you. So this is where we're going, and this is the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper. And so you can either get the red pack or the green, or the red card or the green card. The stamping is the same, the embellishments are the same, super fun, super cute. Okay, I'm going to do the red one tonight. And I am using this stamp set. I'm not using the punch. I'm using this stamp set, and this is in our spring catalog. This ribbon I absolutely adore. This carried over. Basically, it's in the online exclusives. This was in our holiday catalog, and I absolutely love this stuff. I think it's cute, it's playful, it's fun, so there's just so many ways to use it. Okay, here we go. And this is what your card pack looks like. So this is just a regular card base, and this is Pool Party. And then I'm going to take my 2 pieces of Designer Series paper. This is the Fruit Salad that is a free item in Sale-a-Bration. So you could, you could go that way if you wanted to. If you didn't want so much red, you could go really soft that way. This paper is just really fun to work with. So I want to encourage you. It's a free with a $60 order. Come on, there we go. And these are just 2-inch strips that I'm using right here. And they're just going to butt right up against each other. Hey, Lisette, I'm so glad that you are here. Welcome, welcome. So, fruit salad paper, super fun, colorful, lots of ways to use this. And now we are going to take, this is the pom-pom trim. I think it's called pom-pom ribbon. It ties so nicely. And I'm going to wrap it all the way around. And I like to do this with ribbon because when you open the card, it has this really cool look with that ribbon on the inside. Now I'm just going to turn this upside down because it makes a better knot for me. And I'm just making a square knot, basically. Wow, did I cut it too short? There we go. So there's my little knot. And now, because I really wanted to highlight the pool party, and I thought that would be absolutely perfect. hopefully, oh yeah, these scissors are sharp enough to do that. Okay. Now, I've got these 2 flags, and this is from our Nested Essentials. And I'm going to start with a little bit of black for just a little note, a little thank you. So we did You've Been on My Mind. Now we're doing just a little thank you. And this is the way I like to do these little 5-card classes, is where you get some all-occasion cards you can use for, you know, the occasions of your life. And I will say, if you're in my live class, I have the stamp set there so that if you wanted to use an alternate greeting, you can. I see. I'm spying some ink where it should not be on my little surface here. So, Glass Mat Studio to the rescue. Now, I love this little guy right here. Oopsie, this little bug. He's so cute. So this time I'm making him as a true bug. You can make him into or you could make him, her, into a ladybug, because there's another little stamp that you could put spots on the back. But I wanted just a plain insect, because I've already got a lot going on with this paper. So I wanted to keep it simple, but I am going to do one little something something, and that is I'm going to put Wink of Stella on my bug. So my bug, I should probably stick this down first, and then I'll put the Wink of Stella on. So there, super cute little flags. And let's just go ahead and put them down right here. So we'll put some dimensionals here and here, because this is going to provide quite a bit of lift without even using, you know, anything, any dimensionals or anything. So our Stampin' Dimensionals here, here, and I'm going to go both here. Typically I would put one in the center because I don't like saggy middles. But on this card, the that puffy, it's not puffy, the pom-pom ribbon provides that for me. So there, I'm going to come in with a little bit of Wink of Stella to make my bug have a little bit of shine. And I hope I'm not crooked. I don't think, I think I might be a little bit, maybe like 1/8 of an inch off. Let's see. There we go. That's better. And then I am going to, let's see what we got here. There we go. So I have lots of dots to choose from. This is the other version. So if you want a calmer, a little bit, they're both super sweet. This is calmer. This is a little bit more party. It makes me think of a party. So I've got a lot of different dots here to choose from. And I think I'm going to go, these are the glossy dots. I think I'm going to go with the yellow. So that's super, no, you know what? I'm going to go with the blue. Let's go with Pool Party and put one there. And then I think this Pool Party will show up really well on this red. And then I'm going to put a little one right here. So there we go. Super, whoopsie. Super sweet little card. And so, oh, the whole thing's coming apart on me. Oh, yeah. No, there it is. Okay, Candy. Oh, Corinne, I'm glad you like it. So yeah, there's the kind of fiesta fun is with all of the fruit. And then here we have the soft kiwis. So one or the other, everything else is the same except the paper. Okay. Let's go to card number 3. We're going to make a bluebonnet card. Now, in South Texas, well, actually in Texas, I should say. In Texas, The bluebonnet is the state flower, and people are mad over bluebonnets, and with good reason. They're beautiful. I think the scientific name, they are lupin. They're in the lupin family, Lupine, and they are protected in Texas. And so what happens is all of the wildflowers, they keep seeding because it's a wildflower. They keep seeding, and because they're protected, they just keep making more and more. And so in the springtime is when they bloom, and there will be whole fields, like for miles, where there's nothing but bluebonnets. They're gorgeous, and people love them. Well, there is this stamp set. This is free with a $120 order. Lots of beautiful stamps in here. And I'm going to use this one right here. So I've done a lot of different cards with these already, but I thought that this would be fun for my Saturday Card Club ladies. Now, let me show you. This is also a free Sale-a-Bration item. This is I think it's called Starburst. Because you see it has those little stars in there. Isn't that going to be great for 4th of July? But honestly, just even like here, it just makes like almost looks like a little flower. But it is a Starburst. So, and I'm using boho blue. Probably my favorite of the end colors that will be leaving us in April. So think about that and start making sure that you have all of the favorite in colors that you want. Pauline, I'm so glad, thank you, that you like my card. And Kathy and Corinne, I appreciate the love. It keeps me going, ladies. If you don't say anything, I don't keep going. No, that's not true. I do keep going, but I do enjoy a little feedback. And I'll take the good, the bad, and the ugly. Okay. So this is just 5 1/4 by 4. And when you get your card pack, all that's done for you. And then this is from Greetings of the Season. And that is a must-have set of dies, in my opinion. So let's get here. And here we go. So this is all set, ready to go. We will do our stamping first and then our coloring, because all of our stamping is going to be done with Memento. I don't know about you guys. I always store my Memento upside down because then the ink is at the top. You see, our regular stamp pads already do that for us. But I like to make sure that the ink is at the top so that it's ready to go on my stamp. And I trust that I'm not getting it on me. Yeah, I kind of am. So let me be careful, and then we will clean hands. Yes, along the roadways, the medians, you're right, Corinne. They are absolutely amazing. And so this is my version of a bluebonnet. Here we go. You know, there's also, you'll see some that are just kind of an aberration on the typical, and you'll see some that are a little bit maroon, a little bit pink. They're very pretty, but they're sprinkled in with all the blue ones. Now I have here we go. There's my case. Trying to keep things straight here, and I'm going to do this real quick. I don't know about you guys. I keep these right handy because this will take the ink off your hands very quickly, and it dries so fast, because if I have to stop and go wash my hands and all of that, you know, then you got to dry them and everything. So this is going to take that right off. And especially when you're working with white cardstock, boy, you have to be so careful. Okay. And because it's alcohol, it dries very, very quickly. Now I'm going to do 2 things here. First of all, I'm going to clean my stamps. And then I'm going to do a little bit of an edge on that strip. So let's get this back in here, and I'll show you what I mean. Let's see what we can do here. I have, here we go. going to use this hexagon, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to feed this in like so, and it's just going to give me a nice little soft edge there. And you do have to feed it in that way, but you see how that just gives me a nice little soft edge. Just another way to use our punches. And I wanted it, I actually did not want a traditional flag on here like we usually do, and I'll show you why. I like balance in my card designs, and so you see how that just softened it a little bit? Just a little bit. That one's a little bit wonky. I have a lot of angles here, so I didn't want like a traditional flag here, so I did it like this. It needs a little work. Let's see. I lost my balance and fell over. Okay, here we go. There we go. That's better. Okay, it's much better. Okay. So now I know that this is dry because I've done all of this. So now we're going to do a little bit of coloring here. And I'm going to start with my dark lemon lime twist for my leaves. And really you just have to touch it. It's such a light, these are such fine leaves. And you know, you don't have to, I'm a masher by nature. I press hard on everything. I tend to press hard on my adhesives, hard on my stamps, but all of that being said, with our blends, you're really better off with using a light touch. So next I'm going to take my darkest, which is the light blueberry bushel, and I'm going to come in here and I'm going to make some of these a bit dark. And I just want this to be almost like a punctuation, you know, where, because in real bluebonnets, they have a lot of variation in the colors. So you have this color here, but then you have like a light blue underneath it, and it is like a little bonnet shape. So I wanted to kind of bring that same effect, and that's probably enough. So now I'm going to go with dark boho blue. So this is my boho blue is my card base, and you can see how this is a little bit more purpley. And that's exactly what you see when you see bluebonnets. If you look at them up close, you see that little purpley bit. And then we're going to come behind here and do our lightest shade last. So in addition to making these somewhat realistic on real bluebonnets, it also gives variety and variation to my flowers so that they're very pleasing to the eye. Now this is dark balmy blue, so it is the lightest, and I will say when you come to this one, you can actually kind of scribble over everything. It's such a light blue that it won't affect the darker blues, and then it also kind of brings everything together so that you don't have, it all looks like a flower. You know, because you don't have those sharp edges typically in a flower. So this is my bluebonnet, and I'm looking as I'm doing this, and I think my original, I had one darker blue, and you guys can tell me when I'm done which one you like the best, and that will tell me which colors I can load into my little box here for Saturday. Okay. Now you could come back over that and do, some Wink of Stella. I chose not to. So that's going to go there. So I know that my Texans will be really excited for this. Yeah, Linda said you're late for a very important date. Exactly. This is very important. So what I haven't shared yet, because I haven't got the time totally nailed down, but I'm going to do a little bit of Super Bowl stamping with you guys. So I don't know about you. I don't watch the Super Bowl. I don't watch sports. And truth be told, we don't even have cable. We don't have any way to watch it. But my son that lives here, I have one here in town and one in Hong Kong. The one that lives here is hosting a little gathering, just, a couple of close friends. And he invited my husband and his father-in-law. So my husband's going to go. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to do some Super Bowl stamping with my people. So I am going to do a Facebook Live. I'm pretty sure that I've been wanting to do something and I couldn't figure out when to schedule it. So I think I'm going to be doing last minute Valentine projects, 3D little fun gifties to share. So that is probably going to be at 7 o'clock. I tend to just do 7 o'clock. But I'm honestly not sure what time the game is and therefore what time my husband will be gone. So, yes, so that's coming and I will have it, I'll have the time nailed down so I can announce it to you. Now, this is part of the trio of twine. I think it's called Natural Thread. This was in our holiday book. And of course, that means it is still available in the online exclusives. And I think the 3 colors in this are garden green, copper clay, and something else, which escapes me. So Corinne, you're asking which stamp set this is. So I'm assuming you mean the flower. So the flower is from this Spring Corners. I think it's called Spring Corners. So this is, Corner and Bloom. This is free with a $120 order in Celebration. I think it's a real gem. This is one where I did the same stamp I'm using now and did it upside down. And then this is one of the other stamps. So if you like to color, but you don't want to color like big areas, this is a really good stamp set. I love it. Okay, everybody's telling me the game's at 5:30. So you tell me at 7 o'clock, by the time you figure, all the commercials and everything, I'm thinking 7 o'clock is going to be safe. Let's see, that goes here. Okay, so now I'm ready to put on my Happy Spring. And I mean, you could use any greeting on here. I just thought this would be sweet. And this is from the Storybook Friends stamp set. I do like the small, what's the word I'm looking for? I like the small scale of it. I didn't want anything large because I really, really want the flowers to be the focal point. So that's going to go there. And then we're going to do that like so. Now, on my original, I used these white ones. I did see these and thought I could add some green. These are garden green. I think I'm going to do that and then we can decide what we like the best. Because one of the things I like to do is do a little bit of experimenting with you guys. And that way you can kind of see and hopefully it saves you some time and effort. It's definitely more subdued, but I like it. Okay, I think I like them both, but you can tell me what you think. So I will show you my sample. Hey, Char, I'm glad you're here from windy Wisconsin. Very glad you're here. Thank you for sharing. So there's just slight variations. I did use a little bit of a darker blue on this one than I did here. So, of course, honestly, it's just a little bit of variation in the coloring. I like these white because they really stand out, but I kind of like these green ones because they like bring in, it's just softer. It brings in the green twine and the green leaves, but I like them both. So what I'll do, I'll put both of these in the project box, and they can decide what they want to use. That's just the way I like to roll with my Saturday card class. Okay, now that's going to go in here. And let's do this. Now, True Confessions. This card is supposed to have Poppy Parade ink. I got the Poppy Parade ink pad out when Virginia was here and we were prepping stuff, and I cannot find it to save my life. So I'm using Real Red, and we will see. Okay, Kathy, you like the second version? Okay. See, I like that kind of feedback. It helps me. So anybody else want to weigh in? Here's card number 1 and card number 2. I do think those green gems look really sweet on there, but I like the white too. This just pops. But I think this almost makes the blue bonnet stand out more. Okay. So let's do our Valentine. So I'll show you where we're going. This is by request. So I have a teenager who was at Saturday card class last month, and she said, "Are you going to be making a Valentine next month?" And I looked at the calendar and thought, well, heck yeah. I mean, it's early enough. We can definitely still do a Valentine. And I don't know about you, but I'm way behind on Valentines. So I don't send a ton, but I do send some. So here is where we are heading. And we will see where we get, because like I said, I'm using Real Red. I think it's going to work. It's not a huge difference. So let's see how we get on. Where are the stamps are here. Ink pad is here. So what we're going to do here is, let's start with the stamping, and then we will put together. So that is for our little, and this is that really bold paper that I used in December for my card club. So if you are not already a member of Candy's Card Club, I want to highly recommend it to you because it just is a super fun way to get 8 card projects sent to you every month, the supplies you need to work those projects. And you also get some paper and ribbons and stuff that you can work, that you can continue to use. And it is what I like to call a carefully curated pack of crafty goodies that you can use. And then you have the 8 cards. You have, I got a little bit of overflow there. I'm going to turn this over. You see what I will say? If you press too hard, you see that little bit of ink that comes through there, and it annoys me. So let's do the second side and hope for the best. Hopefully I won't mess up. This is Petal Pink, my all-time favorite Stampin' Up! Color. And I'm, phooey. Okay. Well, now I think I was afraid and I didn't stamp hard enough, so let's see what we can do here. I am doing it again. But I do think that looks better than the one that's kind of, because at least it's still a heart. Okay, we're just going to go with it. It's a handmade card. Okay, so, well, Pauline likes both of them. Estella likes the second one. Char likes them both. Okay, I like the feedback. Like I said, it helps me. Now, on this little piece, we are going to do our stamping, and if I'm not mistaken, well, actually, let me reword that. The punch for this is not available right now. At least that was as of this morning. I'm assuming that's still the case. I can't remember the date that it's going to be back in the warehouse. So this is a super fun frame, and this is not only a great card for Saturday card class, because if you didn't want to put a Valentine in, look at all the other greetings that you can use. I mean, there are just some great things to put inside. Sending you a big hug. I mean, lots of hugs and kisses. You make me smile. There's just some great things in here to use. So, but I'm going to keep it simple, and we are going to go with Happy Valentine's Day. Very classic. Hopefully I'm straight. Oh yeah, yay. Okay. Now, I'm putting this red ink away so I don't get it all over me. And then we're going to put this little card together. Very classic, very sweet. This one might end up going to my husband. I like the colors because, like I said, it's classic. You can get away with kind of girly things on Valentine's Day. But I think, honestly, this is pretty neutral. I think it's just really pretty. So this is a really cool punch. I think it's called like, something about point. Not to the point. I don't know. Something like that. But I like it a lot. Okay. So this is card number 4. I only have one more. That's pretty nifty. So that kind of shows you my Saturday card class. We have plenty of time to chit-chat and put together fun cards. And then I bring that to you once a month as my online card class, free with an order. Because that's the way I do it in my in-person class is the same way. It's free with an order. Now, in person, you can also just pay with fee if you don't want to place an order that month. But with the online, it's free with an order. Almost identical to my in-person. So this is that really kind of wild paper. I love it. It's very artsy, very pretty. And yeah, I like it. But the back side of those very artsy marbled elegance is its name, I believe. The back side is very soft and muted and makes great backgrounds. And again, I was wanting something really classic, and this delivers because it's stripes. And that's another reason I could easily give this to my hubby. Of course, he's going to look at it and he's going to say, I think it's a really pretty card, but he's going to really get excited about what I write on the inside. So, you know, that's where we have magic on the outside of our cards and magic on the inside. I don't know about you, but people write something on the inside and don't just sign their name. It makes my heart sing. Even something simple like I appreciate you or I miss you. Oh my goodness, we got a letter from our youngest of the grandkids that are in Virginia this week. And talk about melting my heart. Oh my. Little Abigail, she was... Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to zigzag this. And hey, Jolene, I'm glad you're here from Minnesota. So I'm going to put this here. And I'm going to zigzag here. So I don't want to put it way up here because I'm going to... But I also want to make sure that my zigzag goes all the way over, but not to the edge of the card. And I am, I just grabbed my Seal Plus because that was handy. But I will say that when you're doing ribbon like this, I do believe the Seal Plus is your best option. It's super, super strong. Seal is my favorite, but Seal Plus is probably my second favorite. And when you're doing something like this, it's kind of essential, I think. Or you could use a whole bunch of glue dots. I think you could use Seal, but sometimes with the thickness of the ribbon, it will pull up on you. And I don't want that to happen. Okay, so that's going to go right there, which means all I need is a dimensional here and here because I have all that nice ribbon in the center that's popping up my label for me. So just a reminder for those of you who are didn't hear at the beginning or are coming in a bit later, you can get all 5 card packets for free with a $40 order, and that is through Monday with my host code. And I'm going to put this here because I'm going to have a different host code for next week. But anyway, okay. There, I need one of those little hearts, and I'm not sure if I can lay my hand to them. Nope. Okay, they're somewhere in this studio. I'm going to leave that off for now. But there it is, ladies and gentlemen. So you can see I put one of those little hearts, which are also unavailable right now, I believe. So we just put one because we have all these hearts going here. We have all this gold. So yes, Pauline, tear and tape would also work really well to hold down the ribbon. That's my thing, is I just don't want the ribbon coming up. Now, oh, Char, you also said this is one of your favorite. I know, this ribbon is so classic. It's just so perfect. Okay, one more card. And then I will need to bring them out for the little quickie parade. Okay, so let me show you the method and the madness and how this card came about. So this is Candy's Card Club for February, and we are ready to go. And we have, this is the way it comes. Now the only thing it needs is I'm going to put a label on here, and it will say Candy's Card Club February, and it will have not a host code, it will have a QR code, and that will take you straight to your tutorials, and then I also email them. So this is Saturday Card Club. It gives you half a pack of the paper. The 8 project packets for these 8 cards, it gives you these fabulous tiny bee trinkets. I'm giving everybody one of these gorgeous pokey tools this month. So one of my team members makes these, and I commissioned her, and she sells these. So I got these for my card club members. Now there's some variation. They're different, beads and stuff, but aren't they just beautiful? So these are fabulous to use. I have just a little protective piece there. So that's just a free gift this month, and that was for just a little surprise and delight. There's also a half a roll of this frayed ribbon. So these are the 8 cards. And this is the one that I cased for tonight, and I'll show you what I mean. So these are the 8 cards, and we always do at least 2 fun folds. And we dyed the ribbon for that one. So these are the 8 cards, and all this die cutting is done for you. I featured Spring Corners, and it is a super fun stamp set from the online exclusives. The little bees are adorable. They're so fun. So this comes to you, shipping is included. It is $46 if you want just the one time. If you want to join the club, it is $42. And it is a subscription, so it's the easy button. It charges you every month at the same time. Well, when I did these, I had a whole bunch of these pieces left over. So you'll see what I did with them. So we're going to use that little white sun cutout. The dies in the Spring Corners are really, really outstanding. So I give you a taste of it in Card Club, and then if you wanted to invest in that bundle, I would highly recommend it. But then you have some experience with it, which I like. Okay. So this is what we're going to do with that. I've got a lot of envelopes here. So we're going to use some of that Celebration paper, the Bloom Impressions, and I'm going to do it a little bit different. I'll show you what I mean. So this is where we're going, and I do love not only the dies. He's had all those white, suns left, starburst sun, however you want to term it. I love. Oh, it's upside down. But you can't really tell because of the words. So this is Happy We Are Friends. Through the happy and sad. I love the way, and that's the way the words are. So what I'm going to do though, for this one, I'll show you. So let's do the stamping, and then we will do the putting together. Okay. Now, because I'm using some shaded spruce, this is actually Shy Shamrock, which is kind of my new favorite color, but the shaded spruce looks really good with it, so I thought that would be a good one. And that is also, this was one of our holiday catalog items that is still available, and I love, love, love that. So I opted to do my stamping with shaded spruce. You could do it in black, but I do like the softer, when you put a dark color on a dark color cardstock, it is actually softer than if you put black. and I wanted it to be a little bit softer. So, and it doesn't matter which, isn't that nifty right there? You just put it right there in the corner. And I really like this very clear, how did I get it off? Oh, yeah. Oh, candy. Okay, let's use the grid and let's line it up. Okay, see if I do better this time. It's probably because, yeah, there we go. I remember what I was talking about. Probably a good thing. When I was at physical therapy this evening, I said, okay, I'm going to stop talking. And my doctor said to the tech as he was walking away, make sure she's breathing. I mean, yeah, I'm known as a chatterbox, so, you know, I own it. It is the way that I am. Okay, here we go. This is going to go right up like so. Happy we are friends. Okay, so stamping is done. I am going to put a little bit on the inside, so let me do that before I close this up. I've got this little dot, so let me show you the stamp set. I guess that would help. So, they're all corners, which is really fun. And then you have some extra words and some really fun little images. And let me just show you the dies because, yeah. So I used every single die in my card club projects. Lots of fun. Okay, let me pop this here. And this is a thick basic white card base. And you saw my original. And, oh, let me do this. Sorry. Squirrel moment. Okay, let's take some of this. I just thought a little bit of ink on the inside would be nice. Just a little something, something. Okay, now I've got ink everywhere. Lord have mercy. Now, I will say this is another great thing. This is part of the Glass Mat Studio. It's really nice for just grabbing. Didn't take it off the way, I think it's actually meant for cleaning your surface, but I've used it on my hands. It doesn't take it off the same way your little, I think this is already dry. Yep, it's already dry, and I don't think, do I have another one of these handy? Probably not. Oh, well, now there's a hint. There's my Poppy Parade ink refill. Okay, focus, Candy. Here we go. Now, this is my original, like this. And then when I was cutting this, I thought, well, what happens if I just turn that over? So that's what we're going to do, and it's going to be much, much softer. I'm keeping the square the same because Berry Burst looks really good with Shy Shamrock. And of course, that's what's going to be in people's boxes when they're stamping. And they can decide if they want the bright one or if they want the soft one. And if you get a card packet the same way, you can decide which side you want to use. This is that really bold bright. Now you could do that. It's a little bit, no, that's pretty cool. But I think I'm going to stick with I'm going to go really subtle on one and really bright on the other. And I like having those contrasts for my card club guests. Let's bring that right here. Okay, now I am going to once again take my ribbon and I'm going to wrap it all the way around. And this is Shaded Spruce, and it is like, Shy Shamrock is to me like the lighter counterpart of Shaded Spruce. They look so good together. So I thought that would be a good pairing. And I do like that, you know, especially when you're doing kind of monochromatic like this, you need a little contrast in there so that it doesn't all start looking muddy. Let me make sure I'm straight here. See how pretty that looks on the inside? Okay, let's bring it over here. And I probably cut that a little bit too long. I hadn't cut this ribbon yet. The other ribbon I'd already cut for Saturday card class. This one I'll cut, and that just makes it easy for everybody. Ay, ay, ay. Let's go upside down. This usually works really well for me. Okay. So a square knot here, and I'm trying to not, I don't want to lose the tension because I want my ribbon nice and taut. There we go. Haha. Okay, so let's cut off all this excess and bump this up a little bit. And I'll show you the inside once we're totally done so you can see how pretty it looks when you have that ribbon all the way around. Sometimes we're like, well, I'm going to save ribbon. Yeah, you know what? We have a lot of ribbon. If you're a crafter, you have a lot of ribbon. And you can afford to wrap it all the way around your card. I mean, we end up kind of hoarding our craft supplies sometimes. And I know I'm not the only one that does this. So there we go. Okay, this is going to get popped up on Stampin' Dimensionals. And yep, Dimensionals go there. And then we're going to pop up the sun as well. And then you guys can tell me if you like card number 1 or card number 2. Card number 1 is my original. And card number 2 is my demonstration card. And this is the 5th of 5. And I'm going to put Happy We Are Friends at the top. And I think that's about right there. Yep. Okay. Now I'm going to put my sun right there. Nice and bright. Brings in the white. And then we will decide which is the preferred card. And that, you know, I had all of these suns. I'm like, okay, these are the offcuts. Definitely wasn't going to throw them away. And I'm going to bring in these again are the purple sequins from Sale-a-Bration. So the paper is Celebration. That is free with a $60 order. These sequins are also free with a $60 order. So I am going to, I think I'm going to do these dark ones. And let's just, oh yeah. I like that iridescent look. It's coming out so pretty. Let's put one up here. Put a little one over here. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I might like it better than the original. You guys tell me. That's card number 2. And this is card number 1. The only thing we did different was we flipped the paper on the background. So you tell me. Do you like card number 1 or do you like card number 2? I think they're both pretty, but you might have a strong preference. You might just be, well, I think they're both great. So let's see what the votes are. And I will, yeah, I'm with you. I'm like, holy cow, you know, it's so funny. And this is what I love about when we start putting things together is but I like being able to show you guys. So, you know, in my mind, at least, I hope it translates this way, that when you go to put cards together, you have some good ideas and you have some good color combinations and maybe some unexpected things that you haven't thought of, so I'm saving you hopefully some time. So card number 2 is the clear runaway favorite. Now look at what happens when we open it up. You see how we have that little bit of stamping and that pretty ribbon. I just think happy we are, let me tuck that under, happy we are friends through the happy and sad. I mean, that's really the mark of friendship, isn't it? So there's card number 5. Here's card number 4. Okay, now Corinne prefers card number 1. There's card number 4. These are card number 3. We did this one, but there's 2. This is card number 2. And what was card number 1? Let me see if I can find it. Oh yeah, here we go. I had it. Oh, it's sitting here on top of my computer. Okay, Kim likes card number 1 as well. Diana loves them both. Well, you'll have to decide. Oh, I don't think you're coming on Saturday. Anyway, let me know if you want to come. So there we are. 1, 2, 3. Well, there's 5 designs here. And you get 5 card kits for free with this host code through Monday. Don't forget, I will put the notification out about my Super Bowl stamping session. I think it's going to be 7 o'clock on Sunday. And this is through Monday. And I will tell you next week. No, next week is good. Okay. I'm ahead a week. Okay. Next week is Valentine's Day. So anyway, on Super Bowl stamping, I'm going to be sharing quick and easy Valentine treats because I don't know about you, but I'm last minute, and that's when I need quick, I need easy, I need little treat packets for, I'm going to be handing them out at my physical therapy clinic next week. I'm going to be handing them out to some church friends and some other folks in my neighborhood. So I need to get them made, and I need them to be quick. So that is it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Take care, and God bless.